Hey, I can see my house from here. Hello, here to you, and welcome back to Let's Play Pikmin 2. In the previous episode, we finished our explorations in an alternate reality and got the last of the ship parts in the perplexing pool, aside from the shower room and question mark, question mark, question mark. My favorite dungeon in the game. And in today's video, we're gonna start exploring our first post-game world, Wistful Wild. I say first as if there's a bunch of them, but no, this is just the only post-game world. Thank goodness, after Super Mario Odyssey, I don't want to do a long post-game again. Starting off our explorations today, we're going to be getting a bunch of blue Pikmin out. We're going to be getting about 60 of you. We're going to get 30 yellows, and the rest are going to be white Pikmin. So as we go across this area, I would just like to say, the post-game in Splatoon... in case you've been wondering what I've been playing lately, the post-game in Pikmin 2, it is absolutely insane. There is a bit of a difficulty spike with some of these later dungeons. I'm just going to say that right now. We're going to have a lot of rage moments in the dungeons coming up ahead. And after the Wistful Wild itself, we're going to be saving the majority of the exploration here for a little bit later in the Let's Play. This is more so just to show off that, hey, we have a new world we can explore right now, so here's a fun introduction if you want to do that. So that's going to be a pretty fun time all around. The dungeons themselves, though, we'll be saving for a little bit later. There's one right there if you want to... Actually, you know what? We might as well activate the cutscene for it.
Right. From all appearances, this is a particularly frightening crevice. The data is horrifying. Courage is one thing, but recklessness is something else. Perhaps we should turn back. Well, if you still wish to enter, keep your daring in check and just focus on surviving.
The Cavern of Chaos. Nope! Not yet. Nope, not yet. These later dungeons are gonna be a pain. I don't think any of them are as bad as the Submerged House or anything like that, but just be prepared for a lot of long gaming sessions when you get to the post-game. And our first major challenge is going to be up here. This treasure requires 1,000 Pikmin. It requires a strength of 1,000 Pikmin, rather. And the only thing strong enough for that are the purples, which are strong enough for 10 each. So we're going to need 100 purple Pikmin. I believe we only have like 40 or something like that, so later on we're going to have a dedicated episode showcasing the best strategies to get to 100 purple Pikmin. It was a one-eyed, one-horned, flying purple Pikmin eater. Sure looks strange to me. You gonna come over here? Come here, buddy. There we go. Let's go do a murder on you. Save the drowning Pikmin. A nice change of pace from last episode. And now we're going to have the blue Pikmin go over this way. Ah, white Pikmin, white Pikmin, white Pikmin. It'd be nice if they separate just a little bit more when they're facing other directions. I'm just going to say that right now. So while they go over there, I'm going to go this way. We're going to do a little bit more of an exploration. We got a Wallop over here, and this place right here is evil. We got this pokey guy, we got this fiery guy, we got this explosive guy right next to a bridge, right next to a poison gate. We're gonna deal with that a little bit later, but my goodness, that is just overkill. And this area over here may look familiar. We have these landing circles that we usually see within the landing sites whenever we go into a new area. And we also got these stumps over here. I pressed the wrong button. The Wistful Wild is the impact site from the first game. And not just that, but have you noticed anything familiar about this area too? this also looks like an impact site as well. We'll get into more about this a little bit later, but I find it really interesting that the final location of this game is the first location of the previous one. That is just so cool. It's okay if you're burning a little bit. It's okay. I burn, me down, and I burn. I always find it weird that show, like, the first season was really lighthearted, but then they had that song that had, like, strong bad language words and things like that. Yeah, I always found that just a little bit strange. And then it got super dark in the later seasons. Okay, the show I'm talking about is Ruby, and I loved Ruby in the first couple seasons, and, you're all the way over there. Okay, so I guess we're gonna have the president do all the work. But I loved the first couple seasons of that show. I didn't watch anything beyond, I think, season 6, either 6 or 7. I didn't watch anything beyond that, but, like, they got really, really dark, and I don't know, I just wasn't super fond of the direction that it was going. It was still really good storytelling, it's just, this was a show that had its second season open on a food fight, and you're going to super dark topics and things like that. Not too fond of that. It is an interesting approach, though, to have, like, your characters, like, your storytelling age up with the audience and things like that. That's kind of, like, a similar thing Harry Potter does, where the later stories are a lot more darker than the first couple ones because the characters are older and things like that. That leads me to a thing that I'd like to see them do. You know that new, like, the Harry Potter show they're doing on Max and things like that? I'm really, this is probably not going to happen, but I'm really hoping that the TV rating gets more mature as the show goes on. So, like, the first season could be, like, TV PG or something like that, and then Goblet of Fire onwards could be a TV 14. They might go as far as to make the Deathly Hallows season TV MA. I don't think they go that far, but I think they'd be interesting if they, like, aged that up as the series goes on. Alright, so we're gonna separate our Pikmin. I'm fully expecting to lose a lot of blue Pikmin here. Why are you not separated further? Okay, you are so close together, I am separating you for a reason. There we go. There we go. Let's go. Alright. Okay, this is not going to be fun, but we are going to do it. I don't think the first explosive can kill the Pikmin. I think it's if they get stunned again after that, but you do want to be careful. That destroyed you. That was very convenient. Alright, let's see if we can take you out. Actually, this is working out very well. Can we use this guy to destroy the lollipop too? Oh, we lost mine Pikmin there. That is not good. That is not good at all. I do not like that. I do not like that one bit. No, I don't. Okay, the best strategy I can recommend is to be behind this little twerp. Be behind it and destroy it this way. Hopefully that'll work. Why is this in such a close area? Like, such a compact spot? This isn't great. This is not great. Okay. I really don't know what makes the explosion kill the Pikmin, because I've noticed more often than not, it just knocks them away, but it just kind of randomly kills them. That's not super fun either. And, you know, the fun thing is, because of this bridge, okay. But you all go! Why don't you just carry it through the water? Why don't you just carry it through the water? That would make my life so much easier. You're literally blue Pikmin. Go, forget about the bridge. But okay. The really annoying thing about this bastard comes back to life. He comes back to life before you probably even have a chance to finish building the bridge, and so that means that you're gonna have to do a murder on him all over again. That's not fun. Okay. I don't trust the white Pikmin to not fall in the water. Okay, we're gonna keep you over here. I was thinking about throwing them across the area. That wrong button. Okay, I keep mixing that up. Okay, I keep mixing up the button to switch between captains and dismissing the squad. Switching to captains is the Y button and dismissing is the X button. I keep getting that mixed up and I don't know why. Well, since we're on the topic anyway, yeah, we're playing on the Switch version now. That is one of the bigger reasons why it took so long for us to get started with the post game. It's not necessarily the only reason, but we'll get into that a little bit more later at some point, probably. But the big thing was that I'm gonna be careful with you. Okay, switch over. Okay. Okay, destroy you. I'm paranoid the other guy's gonna wake up before we can do anything. Okay, we're fine, we're fine. We're all fine and dandy. Phew. Okay, we took care of that. And we're gonna do the super awesome technique of taking a nap and letting our Pikmin carry us back. Yay! But yeah, what I was saying was, ah! No! You're alive again. I do not want you to be a living person. I got a feeling I'm not gonna believe in that this guy really sucks. Okay, trying to finish my story. So, they announced Pikmin 1+2 for Switch partway through the main story, and I was like, okay, I'll probably finish the Let's Play on the Wii version and maybe make a bonus video showcasing differences. But then they came out and I was like, okay, how about this instead? Maybe it might be funny to switch the game we're playing on and not say anything. That was actually Pancake's idea, so after he suggested that, I was like, okay, I have to do that now. I don't care how long it's taking. I'm going to replay through the game so we can be on the Switch version and not say anything. And I'm really happy with how that turned out. That episode is probably one of my favorites in the entire Let's Play so far. I was really happy with how that one turned out. Okay. Now we got a Twizzler. Pine cone! Oh, they're delicious. Oh, my favorite. Can this guy get hurt by his own explosives? I don't think he can. I'm just curious about that. After I found out that was an actual song, like, I can't unhear it after when I rewatched that episode. It's probably one of those SpongeBob episodes that I've rewatched the most, honestly. Okay, we did it! We are gonna take you back and you're going to become more Pikmin. And you're gonna like it! And now we're gonna have you carry us back. Yay! This is still one of my favorite things ever. But anyway, let's actually do, where did the other boy Pikmin go? Where did they, I wanted them to stay there. Ah, we're not gonna have time now, dang it! Ah, you stupid bastards! Why did you help them carry things back? Okay, how many Pikmin do we have here? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 6 Pikmin here. Have fun editing that gator when you go, okay, you're all named Dave. I don't care how many you're all named Dave. Okay, that was a little... Okay, carry it back, come on, you can do it. Okay, do we have any Pikmin stranded out there? Any stranded Pikmin, you seem okay. Okay, so, we'll talk about this a little bit more. But we saw the other impact site over here, and this area is a circular arena with a thingy on the bottom, where it kind of like dips into the ground. Yeah. We'll talk about that a little bit more later, but it's very interesting indeed. We got a pine cone, bitch. Okay, that's actually pretty funny. We gained some yellows, but lost some blues, but it was the exact same number. That's actually really funny. We lost 20 to explosions. Wait, we lost 2 to sunset? What? Where? What? Huh? What? Huh? Huh? What? We literally just looked at the map! There were no Pikmin in the sunset! There were no Pikmin in the sunset! We suddenly stopped hearing from you. Everything okay? If things get tough, you can always come home. I'll stock up on those pick carrots you'll love. Don't forget my smokes. Now, before we end off this video, there is one more interesting thing I'd like to talk about when it comes to the Switch version of this game. You remember all that product placement that was in the Wii version? Yep, it's all gone. So, let me see if I can find an example. Man, we still have a lot of treasures to go. Where is a good product placement thingy? Okay, the Nintendo stuff is still there. Like, this is still a Game & Watch. This is still a Famicom cartridge thingy. Yeah, this is no longer a Duracell battery. This is just like a regular generic looking battery. I get it. I'm sure the contract expired for the product placement thingies and they didn't want to renew them or anything like that. It does take away a little bit of the charm of the game, though, because that's one of my favorite things about the original version of Pikmin 2, where you get to see Olimar trying to make sense of these weird things that were like real-world objects and things like that. It's fine. It's not that big of a deal. I just find it kind of interesting. I'll probably have like a proper side-by-side comparison with all the treasure differences later in the project. But anyway, that's going to be it for this video for Pikmin 2. In the next episode, we'll be returning to the perplexing pool and taking care of another dungeon. We will be returning to the Wistful Wild a little bit later in the project. I just wanted to give a bit of a tour of it right now. And also, I don't want to take care of those dungeons yet. That's gonna be a fun time. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching the video, and next time, need gear to you. Oh yeah.